Good evening, everyone. I am getting ready to do the Cat 1. This is my second flight on Pilot Edge, and you're going to get to hear some of the Pilot Edge controllers. I'm not going to be talking to them directly. I'm going to be doing a VFR flight from Oceana County Airport to New Sioma Airport, which is L88 is the code for that. So I'm just plugging it into my GPS here. Yeah, so we're going to get ready to do that. Hey, look, there's a guy that just took off. That's kind of neat. There are some drones flying around here. We're going to have to keep an eye on them and just make sure that we pay attention to all of those things. So that said, I'm going to flip some numbers around. The radio frequency here at New Sioma is 122.7. And we'll go ahead and plug that in. And I'm going to verify that just to double check it and make sure. And what I'm looking at to verify that is this, and this is SkyVector's World VFR, and so we can see 122.7 is the airport for Oceana County. That's the local traffic frequency. This is an untowered airport. So we're going to go ahead and get out of here. The other one that you see here, 121.5, is the local VFR, or is the VFR frequency. We're going to change that once we get up in the air so that we can hear the controllers, and in case they're trying to reach us, they can. So with that said, I've got fuel, I've got this programmed, and we should be ready, just about ready to go. Set this back into our map mode, and yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on some taxi lights, and we'll turn the rest of these on as we get down to the runway. I'm going to set my flaps to 5, right there. Navigation is on GPS, so that's how we are going to navigate. And I'm going to go ahead and make a call. Oceana traffic, Cessna 143 Victor Tango at transit parking, taxiing to runway 29. I'm going to give a quick look, make sure nobody's coming down any of these runway or taxiways, and we'll go ahead and get out of here. I thought I just saw an airplane down there, but I must have missed it. We're going to go ahead and give a quick look around just to make sure. Again, New Sioma traffic, Skyhawk 143 Victor Tango, crossing runway 29, Oceana. Ocean traffic, Piper 5x5, and this is Skyhawk 143 Victor Tango. I'm clear of 29. Hey, look at that! We heard somebody else that's also here at the airport. That's kind of cool. So we're going to get down here. I'm going to skip the run-up. I don't need to do a run-up on this plane. It's a fake plane with a fake set of things that I know are going to work. So we're going to skip that. We're going to come up here, take a look at my... take a look. Oceana Traffic, Skyhawk 143, Victor Tango, departing runway 29, departing the pattern to the east, climbing to 5000 Oceana. So we'll go ahead and get out of here. This is Skyhawk 143. We're on the left downwind, departing east, altitude 1,800. And now we are off to L88. I am going to pick up, and actually I'm kind of going to fly this way for a little bit. I'm going to fly over the top of those little hills, and then we're going to come down into L88. So I'm actually going to swing my bug this way a little bit, and we're going to go on heading mode, and we're going to fly a little bit to the left there, and we're going to fly down this canyon. I didn't expect nearly that much chatter on the radio there. That's kind of an interesting set of things that are happening there. Just kind of neat. So we are climbing up and out at about 500 feet per minute. We're doing about 80 knots. I got the throttle wide open, and we're going to start to lean this mixture out, get a little bit more power. Get the exhaust gas temperatures here to rise a little bit. We're looking for those to be just about as high as we can get them. And that'll mean we're making as much power out of the engine as possible. The hotter the engine, the better. And we still have the GPS in case we need it. I'm not actually using it right now. I've got it right here. My GPS says that I should be over here more to the right, but I want to kind of come down this valley and shoot the valley here a little bit. That's my plan. Stay between these two ridges. And again, that's because when I look at this, my destination, I can see that if I fly past the end of the tip, and then down into the valley, I should make it no problem whatsoever. So sort of something like that is what we're kind of doing. And we're going up to and that is actually way over there. That's where that is. So I'm actually going to turn a little bit more to the left here. Go a little bit more that way. And head up in this general direction. I'm just going to keep. What you're hearing right now is the Pilot Edge ATC controller. So yeah, he's kind of interesting. He's talking to all kinds of other people, all sorts of the other places. So we get about 40 miles if we were headed direct. So the Cat 1 here is a self-test, so it really shouldn't be that hard. As long as I don't get myself in trouble, everything should be fine. And we're just sort of keeping our head on a swivel, making sure nobody's coming out of anywhere for us. Just kind of a neat view. And we're just turning back to the east here a little bit. That's a call you won't hear at a real air traffic control center. It's kind of cool. Pretty scenery. This is all default scenery. Nothing new here. Nothing special here. I think it's kind of neat. This is the tip of my point right there, I think. So my valley is going to be somewhere over in there. If I am reading this correctly, we should see a river in there somewhere. Well, that was a mistake. Could have gotten the rest of those flaps out. That'll help increase our speed here a little bit. I was wondering why we were going so slow for just a second. So we're at 4,500, going up to 5,500, and that'll be our location. Or that'll be our altitude for this flight. We're going odd because we're going either north or east, and so basically the right half of the compass rose, and 500 because we're flying VFR. Probably should have turned on that altitude check at some point. That's probably going to cause me problems. I should have turned that on before we left. That's bad news. I think that means that the Pilot Edge server is not going to know what I did, so I may have to come back and do this again. That's alright, we can finish this. It's good practice. And we're starting to approach our altitude, so I'm going to start slowing down our ascent. We're still going up, but I'm going to go up slower. (100 feet per minute). And now 0. Switch that into altitude hold mode, and we should be good at this point. We're going to fly right over top of some of these hills. And we'll pop this into nav mode, and we'll go direct to the airport from here. So it's off to our right just a little bit. Ah, there's our valley right over to the right. So I'm a little far north. That's okay. And so the next thing I can do is start to get my radio set up for the next call that I'm going to have to make, which is New Sioma, which is 122.9. So we'll get that radio set up, ready to go. And actually, I'm going to turn back to east here. Make sure I don't see anybody over there. And then pop this back into heading mode so I can get back into the valley here a little bit. I don't really want to try to land over the top of these mountains. So we'll go this way for a little bit. Make sure that nobody's creeping up on us. We're still a long way. We're still 30 miles from the airport here, so should be fine. Doing about 110 knots. Now that we'll slow that down just a touch. Alright, we're going to make that left turn. We'll come back to the east. And our airport will be out there somewhere. You'll see it. The valley will open right up in front of us. So, not a big deal. It's actually, I should have actually done, 25 miles to go. And I can't tell if that's clouds right there or what's going on, but I shouldn't have any clouds in my sim right now, I don't think. I hope. Because I'm flying VFR. But that's sort of where we're headed. Right in over there. This is our valley over here to the left, so we could probably actually turn to the left a little bit more if we really, really wanted to. We could probably turn over there to the 060. And so I'll just need to make sure that I tell it to go direct to my location again so that it'll come from where I am to where I want it to go. We're coming up on 22 miles out. Sitting on the wrong side of the plane. Yeah, you do that occasionally with views. Yeah, this is exactly what we're trying to do. So this is goodness right here. And so there's our valley. You can see the valley runs one set of lines there, one set of lines there. So we're going to fly right over top of one of the edges. So basically this is where we are right now. We're doing 100 knots, which is exactly where I want to be. We're at 5,500. And now we're just starting to cross into the area here, so we're going to go for another flight plan direct, enter, and nav. And this is letting me go direct to the airport. That's never a good thing. You never want to hear that. Never a good thing. I don't want to hear that. I'm sure I will. I am just learning how to do this. This is a very basic flight. This is brand new. And I already forgot one thing in terms of turning off my transponder, or turning on my transponder. At least I've got it on 1200. That's the VFR frequency, or the VFR code. So we're going to start down here fairly soon. Start our descent into New Sioma Airport. It's over here somewhere. It's tough to see. Got a little haze today. As we start our descent, I'll need to pull back. Gotta listen to him for another 5 miles or so. About 10 miles out is when we want to contact New Sioma. 3 Victor Tango. Alright, so we're now approaching 11 miles. I'm going to get... Once again, I'm going to flip over. Oops, didn't mean to make it that big. 122.9, this is the traffic frequency over here at this untowered airport. So I'm going to flip over to that right now, 122.9. I'm going to listen for a little bit, make sure nobody else is talking, don't want to step on any other transmissions, and then I'm going to say Nusiama traffic, Skyhawk 143 Victor Tango, 10 miles west at 5,500, entering left downwind runway 28, full stop, Nusiama. And we're going to start our descent. So we're going to start going down at about 500 feet per minute. I'm going to watch the speed, make sure that it doesn't crank up on me too much there. Still want to maintain about 100 knots even though we're going down. And so if we look out here, can't quite see the airport yet, but we're going to start heading down anyway. We know that it's down there. It hasn't moved. So we're just 5,900 or 4,900 headed down. Speed is creeping up on this again. Let's pull power back just a little bit. We're now approaching 4,000. Oh, there's the airport right there. See it? So we want to come down on its right side, not right down on it. So I'm going to swing this around. Go back into heading mode. Because I really don't want to be coming right down the chute, just in case somebody's taking off. New Sioma traffic, Skyhawk 143 Victor Tango, left downwind, runway 28, full stop, New Sioma. And we're looking for pattern traffic. We're not seeing any or hearing anybody talking, so that's kind of a good sign. And we're starting to head down. We're still headed down. We're under 3,000 at this point. That's kind of cool. Start really slowing us down, bring out some flaps. I'm a little high and I'm a little fast. Time to turn the autopilot off. My airplane. New Sioma traffic, Skyhawk 143 Victor Tango, left base, runway 28, full stop, New Sioma. A little more power. A little more power now. A little more flap. We're looking for 28 is where we should see the runway start to appear, somewhere around 28. Oh, wow, it's way over there. I made that turn really, really sharp. New Sioma traffic, Skyhawk 143, short final, runway 28, New Sioma. And we're here. We've got a relatively long runway here. We have a little bit of a crosswind going on too, which is kind of interesting. Keep it on the runway there, Jay. Not sure why it's pulling to the right like that, but we'll bring up the flaps into a taxi position. New Sierra traffic, Skyhawk 143, Victor Tango, clear of runway 28, taxiing to transient parking. And then we sit here for a couple of minutes to make sure that my flight plan is registered. Time to go is listed as arrived. Cat 1 request. We'll submit. I've been granted the Cat 1 rating, and I may now proceed to the Cat 2. Unfortunately, since it is 1 a.m. here on the East Coast, that's going to have to wait. Hope you all enjoyed this flight. I had fun doing it, and we're going to do some more of these. These are great little training flights, so I'm super excited about them. So, thanks everybody, and we'll see you next time.